So if you didn't know, I did my documentary on Daniel Tiger about 4 to 5 months ago. It did very well. I think I opened a lot of people's eyes about Daniel Tiger's bullshit and how abusive he was, how racist, how homophobic he was. Daniel Tiger is a monster, and not a lot of people compared to him. However, a lot of people in the comments were telling me to investigate Caillou. I've never watched Caillou. Growing up, Caillou was never my show. I've heard about the shit that he did, but I didn't know to what degree until I ended up seeing a clip about the same time I discovered the Daniel Tiger shit. It was a video of him pinching his sister Rosie. That put something in the back of my mind. I knew at some point I was going to have to deal with Caillou. I didn't really want to dive into it because of all the negativity and the negative energy that I felt around it. I was already kind of trying to heal from the Daniel Tiger incident, but after having time to heal and having time to think and be to myself, I ended up looking into a few episodes of Caillou, and that sparked something in me that I never thought I had.
I like exploring, I'm high.
I'm actually in shock. This nigga actually needs to get put down. He's actually just evil. Like, Caillou is just evil as fuck. What, he's 4 years old? Yeah, sure. I honestly don't even care. Any child that is able to do that to a baby is actually a problem. He might actually be a sociopath. She didn't do anything to him. She couldn't do anything to him. She's a baby. But when I say that Caillou needs to be put down, y'all look at me like I'm crazy. He pinched his infant sister in the face for no legitimate reason. It would be one thing if they were the same age and she made him mad, so he pinched her in retaliation. This is a baby. She cannot speak. She cannot move. She can't even hold her head up. And this little demon pinches her on her cheek just to spread harm. These other videos were a joke. I'm really analyzing this shit, bro. Did you see his face when he did it? This nigga had malice in his heart when he did that shit. You could see the hate on his face. He hates this little girl. Caillou is deadass one of the most evil cartoon children I have ever seen in my entire life. What makes me mad is the dad doesn't even reprimand him at all. He's like, why did you do that, Caillou? I would have roundhouse kicked that nigga in the face. That nigga needs to go to jail. And he asked him, why did you do that, Caillou? And he says, I don't like Rosie. And his dad is like, why? And this nigga says, she doesn't play with me. He's a narcissistic sociopath. I will die on this hill. Caillou is the Antichrist.
Condemn them, mother, for they know exactly what they do.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
And don't think I forgot about Daniel's little bitch ass. This nigga got mad that his little sister, his infant tiger cub sister, walked through his ugly ass block bridge that he built. This nigga finna swing on her ass. Bro, what is up with these abusers? These niggas are starting young. And you know the craziest part is that these kids keep getting away with it. Oh, he's just a baby. Oh, he's just a kid. He's a serial killer in the making. I watched multiple episodes of Caillou, back to back to back. I spent a day watching the first season of Caillou. From the very beginning, I noticed that Caillou had tendencies of a narcissist and an abuser. There's things that Caillou does in the show that lets me know that he cares about no one but himself. Daniel Tiger is another beast, quite literally and figuratively, but Caillou in himself exhibits a level of anger, a level of narcissism, a level of selfishness that I have not seen from a cartoon character in a long time.
I like exploring, I'm high.
And so did Mr. Hinkle.
Caillou, what's the matter?
It's Mr. Hinkle. He's scary.
What the f are you scared for? What the f are you scared for, Caillou? You're spying on Mr. Hinkle. Mr. Hinkle is being a real ass nigga, just chilling, bro. Just chilling in the house that he paid for. He is spying on this man while he is just living his life. Mr. Hinkle retired. He making that retiree money. This nigga just living his life, doing his shit. This nigga Caillou's hiding in the bushes, his fucking bushes, and talking about some, I'm scared. Mr. Hinkle scares me. That's the most Karen shit I've ever seen Caillou do. Caillou is a Karen in training, bro. He gonna be the type of nigga to walk up on a black couple and be like, you guys don't live here. This nigga gonna get in the fucking doorway of a black family talking about some, you guys don't pay rent here. Mr. Hinkle came over to apologize. What the fuck you apologizing for? Ain't shit to be sorry about. This nigga Caillou was spying on you. You should have called the cops. You should have called the police. But no, the world revolves around Caillou. This is Caillou's world. I hate the fact that the adults always enable the kids on these shows. Start putting belt to ass. Beat this nigga's ass, bro. Then Caillou in the bush, stop grabbing shit. Caillou is afraid of Mr. Hinkle. That nigga's not even in the vicinity. me. He's in his patio that he paid for, Caillou. You're invading his privacy, talking about some, I'm scared. Mr. Hinkle makes me uncomfortable. The fuck? You ain't even talk to this nigga. Mr. Hinkle's not worried about you, Caillou. Everything revolves around Caillou. He's just as bad as Daniel. He's worse than Daniel. Because at least Daniel knew his place. Daniel tried his shit, but Daniel was a bitch-ass by the end of the day. Caillou has the audacity to go onto this man's lawn and to say he's scared of him, as if Caillou isn't literally the Antichrist. I haven't proved it yet, but I'm on to something. I'm on to this little nigga, bro. Caillou was a 4-year-old Caucasian boy from white suburbia that lives with his family. He has his granddad, his grandmother, his mom, his dad, and his little baby sister, Rosie. He also has a cat, which I have suspicion to believe that he's not a real cat. He looks like a toy. And I think Caillou might be experiencing some form of schizophrenia, but that's a theory for another day.
I like exploring INCASE.
Caillou is afraid in the dark.
Oh my God, grow the fuck up, Caillou. You wanna act like he a toddler? Act like you've been here before. You know how many times you went to sleep? You never seen the dark before? You never been inside of a closet or a dark room? Been outside at night? Oh, I'm a bear. I'm a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Rawr! But the moment it comes to sitting in the dark like a real ass nigga, all of a sudden he can't do it. Mommy, Daddy, I'm scared. Caillou don't stand on shit. Caillou can't stand on shit. It's insane to me how the parents keep coming back. After the second time, I am not going back in that room. I hear squatching and the squatching and the squatching. I'm scared. How about you go be a big boy and fucking check that shit yourself? Dora the Explorer would never do some bitch-made shit like this. She be grabbing niggas by the throat and body slamming them and shit. Niggas talking about robbing her and she upping her shit immediately. Dora does not play that shit. She hears a scratching in the dark. Bah, 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 bah. At the very least, she has shooters, bro. She has the map. She has the backpack. She got boots. She got us. Oh, let me get this straight. So you're a big bad bear. You're a big bad T-Rex. You're the king of the world. But it gets dark and all of a sudden you get scared. And I'm supposed to take you seriously as a man, right? Why am I supposed to respect you? What have you done to earn respect, Caillou? You can't even sit in the dark and ponder on your thoughts. You need your parents to come in and save you. How about you walk over and you use your big bad T-Rex arms and you hit the light switch? Duh. And it wasn't even that dark in his room. I could see, and the whole time, turns out it was his cat. The cat understands he's a bitch ass nigga. So to get back at Caillou for waking up Rosie, he's underneath his bed clawing and clawing. And the cat knows for a fact that Caillou's a bitch ass nigga. Can't do that shit to his little sister Rosie. I'm scared. Now you know how Rosie feels. Now you know how Rosie feels when you walk over her crib and you pinch her on the face. She hasn't even formed decent thought yet. My patience has run thin. Give this nigga 1,000 years of darkness, bro. He earned it. At school, he's friends with a little African-American girl named Clementine and a ginger named Leo. Caillou's circle kind of caters to his every need. Caillou's circle enables him.
I like exploring INCASE.
I've got nobody to play with.
Don't you have any friends?
No, I don't.
At that moment, Caillou really thought he didn't have any friends.
Caillou's such a fake-ass little bitch. He got all these people on his team, and he don't remember none of them. I have no friends. What? He said, fuck Clementine. He said, fuck Leo. He said, fuck the cat. He said, fuck the whole team. You bitch on the Yadas? He's so fake for that. How do you forget the people in your circle? Clementine shared candy with this nigga, and he forgot she existed. He said, that little black girl can never be my friend. Whoa. Him and Daniel got some similarities the way they hate on black women. Clementine has been nothing but nice to you. She's caring, she's nice, she's funny, she cares about you enough to give your bitch ass candy, knowing damn well you don't deserve that shit. And after all that shit, all the days you spent sitting next to her and having fun with her and laughing and making jokes and shit, you forget about the little black girl immediately. Nigga want to be a victim so bad, he forgot his whole team. He said, fuck that nigga Leo. He said, fuck the ginger. The ginger could never be my friend. That's crazy. He's double racist. Not only is he a little bitch, he's a little racist bitch. You can't be racist and a bitch. Pick a struggle. He said, fuck the cat that I terrorized. He said, fuck Rosie. It's been fuck Rosie. He's been terrorizing her ass since the moment she was born. She probably popped out the womb. That nigga was trying to punch her in the face type shit. He's been on demon timing with Rosie. And I hope Rosie grows up and beats the shit out of Caillou. He said, fuck his parents. He don't give a fuck about any of his family members. Like I said, Caillou does not pay rent. And at the end of the fucking day, after the grandma literally did all of the work and laid it out in front of him, because God forbid Caillou actually think for himself, he's never done that before. She's like, you have Clementine, you have Leo, you have the cat, you have your parents. And he's like, oh yeah, I do have them. And no one else. And she's like, hey, you're forgetting somebody. Caillou's like, no, I'm not. Oh, if I was the grandma, I would've Boom! I would have disowned that little nigga, bro. And she has grandpa too. Grandpa put him onto the whole bear mentality, and he gonna take that shit as if he created the term. Caillou's a fake ass little bitch, bro. Caillou thinks he's the main character. So fuck all the commoners, right? They don't mean shit to me. That's pretty much what Caillou said when he forgot their existence. These people are all beneath me. I am in charge. I rule the world. Me. I hope they show these clips to Clementine and Leo and the cat and the parents. And I hope everybody just stops talking to Caillou. Like, let him really feel what it feels like to be alone. Book of Job, I hope you lose everything that you have and never get that shit back. His entire circle is a group of enablers to the highest degree. Caillou gets away with so many things, so many terrible actions to himself and the people around him, to his environment, and people just let him get away with it. He constantly throws tantrums over the smallest things. When things don't go his way, he freaks out. He throws things, he hits people, he demolishes everything in his path. He creates chaos and havoc for his environment, and he does nothing to give back. Caillou doesn't have a job. Caillou doesn't contribute to the household in the slightest. He doesn't cook, he doesn't clean, he doesn't even spread joy and laughter to his family. If anything, he does the complete opposite.
I like exploring, I'm high.
Mommy, can I have some juice? Oh.
Whoa, he did that shit on purpose. Look at his hands. There was no way that was an accident. He fucked everything up. He knocked over the taxes for the house. He fucking destroyed the laundry machine. He woke Rosie up, which is the second time he's done that shit. He shook the cat. Everything this nigga touches turns to dog shit. All this nigga does is create chaos and havoc. He contributes nothing to the family. He doesn't pay bills. He doesn't do taxes. He doesn't pay rent. What do you do besides bitch and complain that the vegetables are too cold? I don't like the way it tastes. I want to make cookies. All you do is take and take and take, and you never give to the family. The family will allow Caillou to do whatever he wants with no pushback. No pushback at all. You want to fuck up our day? Go ahead, Caillou. You want to burn our house down and fucking poison our water supply? You know what, Caillou? Here's the torch. Not even the cat likes Caillou. Caillou tried to hang out with the cat. That nigga said, that nigga wiggled out that shit. That nigga ran as fast as he could. He skedaddled, my nigga. You ever seen a cat skedaddle? That nigga skedaddled, bro. Who likes Caillou? Does anyone in his life actually fuck with him? And I couldn't imagine Caillou's kids actually fucking with him either, because they're hearing all these stories about his dad. He's probably a menace as an adult, bro. That nigga probably doing tax evasion and scamming rich niggas. That nigga Caillou's on demon timing, bro. I said that nigga Caillou is the Antichrist, and I genuinely believe that shit. You know, Caillou could read a book. Caillou could learn how to be a better human being. He's 4 years old. There's niggas running circles around him at this point. Dora climbed Mount Everest at 6. Dora really is an explorer, bro. Minus the fact she can't find shit worth a damn. She's out here handling business. Caillou, a few years younger than her, can't do a goddamn thing. He can't even make cookies. He can't even make cookies for himself, bro. Dora can make cookies. Dora can find the richest ingredients and make the best cookies anyone has ever had in the entire world. On some Tomb Raider shit, Dora could be in and out unscathed. Caillou cannot even walk around the house without fucking himself up. Caillou is the most useless piece of shit I've ever seen in any form of media I've ever watched, bro. I've watched 4 episodes of this shit so far, and I'm losing my mind. I am going insane. Caillou is driving me to a level of insanity I have never thought I'd ever reach, bro. Caillou is a very interesting case where I feel like the people in his life understand that he is a monster. And the reason why they enable his behavior is because they are scared of what he is. I have a theory that Caillou might actually be the Antichrist.
I like exploring, I'm high.
Caillou, you have to play quietly now. Rosie's gonna take her nap. Caillou?
But I want to play.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. All you had to do was just be silent. Your baby sister is trying to fall asleep in the other room. This little bitch, oh, I hate this nigga. Making all this fucking noise for no fucking reason. What is he even doing? He's literally hitting a drum set, and he's not even doing it well. There's no rhythm. There's no passion. He's just doing bullshit. And the part that pisses me off the most is that his mom literally said, you can keep playing. You just need to shut the fuck up. And this nigga couldn't even do that shit. He's so selfish. It gets to a point where you have to really wonder, why does he hate his sister so much? Because a real ass would never act like this. When your mom comes in and tells you, hey, your baby sister's trying to sleep, I need you to be quiet, for you to then continue to make noise, this nigga is evil. And the mom is kind of an enabler too. After like the second time of telling this little boy to shut the fuck up, for you to not do anything, for you to not take his toys away, move this nigga to another room. Oh, Caillou, I told you to be quiet. What the fuck? I would have kicked that out the house, bro. Caillou was actually on another level, bro. I thought Daniel was bad. I'm trying to figure out what Caillou gets from this because we've seen him have fun before. This is different. There's like malicious intent behind this. I can't prove it yet, but I swear to God, I'm gonna catch Caillou slipping at some point, and when I do, it's raps, bro. When I'm done with this shit, Caillou is going behind bars, bro. I swear to God. If you couldn't tell, there's a lot of similarities between the physical appearance of the Antichrist and Caillou. Caillou is bald, the Antichrist is bald. Caillou is Caucasian, the Antichrist is Caucasian. Caillou has a whiny, high-pitched voice. The Antichrist has a whiny, high-pitched voice. The similarities are so jarring, it's almost undeniable. In the Bible, there are many signs that the Antichrist is coming. Acts of lawlessness, godlessness, acts of chaos and horror. In the show Caillou, almost all of these signs are present.
I like exploring, I'm high.
Cookies. I want cookies.
Fat ones, skinny ones, flat ones.
I'm making cookies.
What the fuck is a honey cookie? This nigga just doing shit, bro. He literally just wanted to make a fucking mess. And this was after his mom told him to shut the fuck up and stop making noise. This is immediately after. This nigga said, I want cookies. Decided to go to the kitchen, grab a bag full of flour, grab a jar full of honey, make some weird ass demon concoction, and then start throwing shit on the fucking ground. Like he owns the place. This nigga didn't even look up a recipe. He didn't even go to Google. He didn't go to Bing. He didn't go to Internet Explorer. He didn't go to Firefox. He didn't look up a cookbook. Made up a whole new invention talking about some, I want to make honey cookies. That has never been done before. No one in the history of the world has ever did some bullshit like that. And then when his mom comes in and sees the mess he made, all of a sudden Caillou want to be on some, I'm making cookies. Fuck you crying for, bitch, nigga. He want to play victim so fucking bad. Caillou's 4 years old, bro. I know niggas got diplomas at 4 years old. What the fuck we talking about, bro? He's moved out the house at 4. He on bullshit. Caillou doesn't even fucking pay rent. Why is he acting like he owns the kitchen? Like he's the king of the fucking castle, bro. Because he knows his mom's about to clean that shit up. It gets to a point where you really have to think, how much is this mom gonna let him get away with shit? She is not reprimanding him at all, bro. She's doing the little, oh, Caillou, you can't do that. But when it really comes down to stand on business and put this nigga in a jail cell, she doesn't do shit. Caillou, let's clean up. And then this is gonna pretend to clean. The only time he actually does some shit is after she already cleaned up the initial mess. I'm sweeping. Fuck you. I genuinely believe that Caillou is a biblical figure. I feel like there's a lot of people who deny that fact, but I know what I've seen. I've seen the negative energy that comes from Caillou. I've seen his family lose their energy from being around Caillou. The cat doesn't want to be around him. His parents don't want to be around him. His grandma, his grandparents don't want to be around him at all. Similar to the Antichrist, no matter where Caillou goes, destruction is soon to follow.
I like exploring, I'm high.
Daddy's taking me to the circus today. I got dressed all by myself.
Oh no, Caillou, that's not today. The circus isn't till tomorrow.
Oh my God, Caillou, get over it! First off, how incompetent are you, bro? I'm 4 years old. I don't give a fuck. How can you not put toothpaste on a toothbrush? This nigga got toothpaste all over his shirt, as if we're gonna leave the house looking like that anyways. The moment you squirted that toothpaste on your shirt, we were never leaving the fucking house to begin with. The circus isn't today. The circus was never going to be today. And if you paid attention, you would have known that. 4-year-olds can tell time. 4-year-olds can remember the days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. They teach you this shit in elementary, my nigga. What, you're not paying attention? Knowing Caillou, he would be the type to not pay attention to this shit. He would be in school just lollygagging, just fucking la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, because the world fucking revolves around him. Caillou needs to do better. Caillou needs to act better, because one day he's gonna be an adult, and when you throw tantrums as an adult, you don't get coddled, you get jail time. Caillou's been wreaking havoc. From the moment he threw the honey cookie on the ground, I knew this nigga was going to jail, bro. God bless everyone who has ever come across Caillou, bro, because I know for a fact they need that blessing. I don't think I've seen an episode of Caillou where to some degree, he doesn't completely just destroy everything in his path. Caillou ruins people's days. Caillou demolishes his environment. Caillou completely ruins the world that he's in. And people continue to just let him do that. He invades people's privacy. He invades their space. Caillou is a joy of thief and positive energy. Caillou is always relatively having a good time until things aren't going his way.
I like exploring, I'm high.
I don't want to go, Mommy. I want to stay with you.
This nigga's 4 years old. Grow the fuck up, nigga. Why is he acting like it's his first fucking day at daycare?
It was Caillou's first day.
Oh, shit, my fault. Nigga, I did not know. I might be tripping on that one. I'll let that one slide. He absorbs the energy of everything and everyone around him, to the point where his family is borderline a shell of themselves. People always wondered why Caillou himself was bald, and I have the theory that it's because of the negative energy that is protruding from him. People always wondered why Caillou was bald, and there's a lot of theories going around about cancer and a disease. I personally feel like Caillou's negative energy is preventing the growth of his hair follicles. That is a real thing. It is a scientific fact that if people have negative energy protruding from them or surrounding them at any point in time, it prevents their body from growing and healing naturally. So of course he's gonna struggle to grow his nails, his hair out, and I think that is the reason. Caillou is negative energy personified. Everything that is evil in the world is Caillou, and Caillou represents all the evil in the world. It's like an endless cycle of negativity and hatred.
I like exploring INCASE.
Bears eat berries. These peas and carrots are our berries.
I'm a bear.
No, don't switch up now, nigga, no! He did not want to eat his fucking vegetables. His grandpa is like, oh, well, bears eat berries. And all of a sudden, this want to act like it was his idea to eat the vegetables. I love vegetables. Rawr, I'm a bear. No, you're not. You're not a bear, Caillou. You will never be a bear. You will never be a bear. Unlike you, bears know how to eat their fucking vegetables the first time without being Pavloved into eating it. I hate when people hate on shit and then they switch up and pull a full 180 talking about some, I love vegetables. I love vegetables. All right, name 3 vegetables right now, Caillou. Name 3 vegetables. I'm waiting, my nigga. Ain't got shit to say now. Carrot, peas. Yeah, that's what I thought, little bitch. Fuck you. And the part that has me geeked, like ultimately geeked, is the fact that grandpa let him get away with this shit. This grandpa really enabled this shit. This nigga was hating the whole time. Grandpa brought up the whole bear scenario, and all of a sudden, Caillou start dick riding. Grandpa ain't calling this nigga out for his obsessive dick riding. Get off dick. You were not a fan of vegetables before grandpa brought up the bear thing. You were not fucking with those vegetables, Caillou. They weren't seasoned. They were steamed. You didn't like that shit. Caillou wasn't even sniffing the food. But now all of a sudden, you want to scarf that shit down. I'm a bear now. I'm a bear now. You're not a bear. You're a bitch. Caillou, if I was grandpa and I was eating my vegetables like a real ass nigga, this little 4-year-old Caillou talking about some, I don't want to eat my vegetables, I would have knocked that shit off his table, bro. What are we talking about? If you don't eat it now, you're never gonna eat. When bears are in the forest, bears will eat whatever's in front of them. They don't be bitching about nothing, bro. My salmon's not seasoned. Oh, I don't have any sugar for these berries. They shut the fuck up and eat what they have because they're real ass niggas, bro. Caillou is not a real ass nigga at all. Not even close. In fact, he's the most bitch-made cartoon character I've ever seen. I swear to God, I've seen Daniel, I've seen Dora. No one has even come close to Caillou. I'm starting to miss Daniel because at the very least, when Daniel didn't like some shit, he'd be a real ass nigga and be like, I don't like that shit. And even after someone tried to convince him about how good the thing is, he's still standing on business. He still doesn't like that shit. If Daniel didn't like that shit, Daniel was never going to like that shit. Damn, I'm starting to miss Daniel, bro. Caillou is making me miss Daniel, bro. Oh my God. Caillou will be there for the end of times. At one point, you'll hear the trumpets, you'll see the sky turn to black, and Caillou will be in your presence, and there is nothing you can do about it. They say that when the Antichrist is formed, people will denounce God, and there'll be symbols and signs everywhere. I genuinely believe that this sign is present in the show. I'm not gonna speak on it, but I'm gonna show you a picture of what I think that symbol is. Caillou is probably the most evil cartoon character I have ever seen from a form of media ever. A lot of people come close, but no one has done it quite like Caillou. Having the ability to harm your baby sister in any regard is an insane action. People who can harm animals and pets, they have something missing from their psyche. There's something terribly wrong with them. And Caillou has shown all of this behavior before. I feel like mentally there's something wrong with Caillou. At the very least, if he is not the Antichrist, then he is definitely a sociopath and or a psychopath. There have been documentaries made about Caillou in the past, but Caillou has so much money and power. The world revolves around him. He has people in his circle that are willing to go all the way for him.
I like exploring INCASE.
I want these.
We're having a special surprise cake, remember? Now, when we get to the checkout, I want you to look after Rosie while I take care of the groceries.
He forgot exactly where he'd seen them, lost and feeling afraid.
You left! You were the one who fucking left! Caillou was in the store next to his mom at the checkout aisle. Anything you did not get, you were not going to fucking get. I want cookies! Him and his cookie obsession on some bullshit, bro. Cookies aren't even that good. He needs to go to rehab. You can only mention it so many times before I'm like, you have a problem. The honey cookie bullshit, and now this. He literally walked away after she told him to look after Rosie, fuck all that, and decided to leave Rosie by herself. Nigga, what? He's sentient. He's understanding what he's doing. He said, fuck Rosie. It's been Rosie from the very beginning. This nigga went off, left her by herself, and decided to go and get cookies. I'm the most important person here. Me, he's a class A narcissist, bro. He walked 3 paces to the left, and this nigga got lost. This nigga got scared. Mommy! Once again, Caillou fails to think for himself. He doesn't like to use his brain because he's an autopilot. He never actually ponders about the world around him and the people that have to live in this ass world with him. This nigga walks away 3 paces to the left, hark, and this is lost. How, Sway? How the you get lost 3 paces to the left? Go back the way you came. Dora be exploring shit. Dora climbed the Appalachian Mountains by the age of 5. And here comes this nigga Caillou. Can't even walk in the convenience store. There's 3-year-olds doing that shit. There's 3-year-olds walking home. And Caillou can't even walk down the aisle. Actually, no. She baked him a cake. She baked him a whole cake. She's like, Caillou, we're not getting cookies because I have a surprise at home. This nigga don't give a fuck about his mom. I'm sick of Caillou's bullshit, bro. I have a theory that Caillou is actually a part of secret society. The people who have made the documentaries in the past have all gone missing. They posted their videos, they've aired it on TV, but the moment these things get released, these people go missing, never to be seen again. I do believe that Caillou has ties to the Illuminati. I also feel like Caillou involves himself in the dark arts to get his way. I think Caillou involves himself with dark magic. I think he makes sacrifices. He is willing to win by any means possible, even if it means harming the people around him. Caillou has done unspeakable actions, and the fact that he is even free to this day, the fact that people are even telling his story in a positive light speaks wonders. I have seen people get jail time. I have seen people get the death penalty for far less than Caillou has committed. Caillou has ties to people who have power. Caillou has been shown to be attached to the highest members of secret society time and time again, and honest to God, it is the only explanation for how he's able to get away with the things that he does.
I like exploring INCASE.
Caillou knew very well he wasn't supposed to leave his toys on the stairs.
I'm not supposed to leave my toys on the stairs.
What have I told you about leaving your toys in the driveway?
I'm not supposed to.
Oh, so he knows better. He just doesn't act on it. He knows damn well he's not supposed to leave toys on the stairwell, in the driveway, in the bathroom. He put a duck in the fucking toilet. He did that shit on purpose because why is there a rubber ducky in the toilet? Well, was that a real duck? We don't know. I believe he would grab a real duck from the world and shove that shit in the toilet. That nigga's a sadistic freak. That Caillou is going to burn in hell. The amount of greed Caillou has shown in this 3-minute clip. Oh my God. Why do you have that many toys? Failure on the parents' part. How does Caillou have that many toys? I get maybe he was an only child for a bit, but for you to buy your child that many toys, come on, bro. And not to mention, this nigga is so selfish. He's so greedy. He's a greedy, slobby bitch. They said, your little sister Rosie barely has any toys, and you have so many of them. And then nigga Caillou said, yeah, what about it? What? Ooh. So your little sister barely has any forms of entertainment. She barely has shit for herself. You have enough toys to build a fucking Tower of Babylon, and you're gonna be on the fence about giving her some? He said, I can give her 1 or 2. Bitch, you have 50. You have 50 toys. She has 2. Nigga, if you don't give her half your shit, you don't even play with these toys. He's one person. He can't play with 50 toys at once. He's the type of kid where he doesn't want to play with some shit, and the moment he sees another kid playing with it, all of a sudden it's, that's my toy. That's my toy. I guarantee you he's the exact type of nigga to do that shit, bro. I studied psychology for a semester. I know exactly how this nigga thinks, bro. I swear to God, Caillou's the devil. He knows his sister wants to be happy, but he doesn't give a fuck. He wants this little girl to suffer. I am at a loss for words. On some Book of Job shit, I wish Caillou just lost everything. Caillou needs to lose it all to become a better person. His kids are probably just as spoiled, if not more spoiled than he is. Actually, I take that back. His kids probably don't have shit because Caillou's the type to take and take and take. I don't believe he would give his kids a good life at all. Caillou is a black hole of a person. Caillou will take everything from you. No one is willing to stop him. No one is willing to get in his way because everyone is afraid. Everyone is afraid of their family members going missing, their pets, their loved ones, their children, their parents, their grandparents, their uncles, their aunties, their friends, their best friends, their lovers. People, time and time again, go missing when Caillou is involved. I am not afraid to deal with the consequences of speaking out against Caillou. If that means I lose everything that I have, I am willing to do that. I will be that martyr. I am willing to put myself in harm's way to expose the truth. Daniel tried to silence me, but it didn't work. Dora tried to silence me, but it didn't work. This is a battle against good versus evil. I know for a fact that good will always prevail over evil. If you know a family member or someone who's been affected by Caillou's actions, please seek help. Don't be afraid to speak out against Caillou, because at the end of the day, he can't get us all. And if I end up going missing after this video, you know exactly what happened.
I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more. I like exploring, I'm Caillou. So many things to do. Each day is something new. I'll share them with you, I'm Caillou.